let's just dive in. I intend to stream the full duration, maybe even a tiny bit longer, although I shouldn't because I'm tired. I've not been getting enough sleep this week, even more so than usual. I've not been getting enough sleep. I don't puzzle game. There's a very distinct reason I don't puzzle game. It's because my brain doesn't know how to react to them. I was thinking about this earlier, and I was talking about it as well. I'm not usually someone who likes to think things through. I don't read instruction manuals. I don't plan things out. I don't think very far in advance. It sounds really bad, like I'm an idiot when I talk like this, but I much prefer just to jump in and get shit done. That's what I do. I just jump in and just start doing things. Figure it out as I go. So games like this already do not lend themselves to just my normal mode of operation. It becomes even worse when I start playing games like this. That's like, okay, this is a puzzle game. They're giving me clues. I need to get everything in order so I can figure out everything the right way the first time so I don't screw myself 2 nights down the road. Sorry for the microphone bump. And even though that's not necessarily the way the game's meant to be played, because it did tell us that we need to make some educated guesses, I don't know, those two aspects war in my brain. It's like my brain's like, no, you can't operate the way you usually do. You have to fix yourself to play this game. And it's a constant battle, and it's very fatiguing, actually, mentally, for me to have that. I was like, last night, when I logged off, I was ready to be done. I needed to step away from the game because I was ready to be done. So we'll see how this goes with the longer night. Also, and I'll be asking for your guys' help right now, you may have noticed last night, I am very easily distracted by shiny things. There was quite a few times last night when I was like, okay, we're going to follow this guy through. I'm going to lock him in, bookmark him, and we're going to see if we can figure out who he is and where he's been. And we'll go one memory in, and then I'll be like, oh shit, there's this guy over here though. Let's follow this guy. And then we'll get 2 memories in. Holy crap, what's this guy doing over here? We should probably follow him and see. And I just keep doing that over and over again, and I don't get anywhere. So those 2 things make these kind of games hard for me. I don't remember what we were doing. Who the hell is this guy? Do we know who this guy is? We know who this guy is. Did he drown? But see, sometimes I follow random crazy stuff and then it just falls in my lap. We know who this guy is. Did he drown? Looks like he's going in the drink. It's stormy water. He probably, he's not alive. Fell. There's a fell overboard. So we don't actually even need to say that he drowned. I mean, we're close to the end. We definitely don't see him any other time. It's probably a pretty safe bet. Oh man, fell overboard. That's a useful thing. You know what? I bet, and here's me getting distracted again. I bet on this chaotic fight up here on the top, we could probably notice several people flying over the edge. As much as the ship is crooked right now and everything. In fact, we could almost make the assumption that every top man that's not already dead through other means fell overboard. That's maybe a bit too much of an assumption. We still don't know who this is. I think he's a topman. We had the one where he was floating above. This guy said he tried to save Pete. I'm inclined to say this guy's Pete Milroy. And did we put a name in for this guy? Because there's only one midshipman left. Yeah, Thomas Lank. We got stuff wrong, though, is the problem. And that's the problem that's why my brain doesn't like doing this. Because if I look here, we have 3 finished ones, right? This one's finished, we think. This one's finished, we think. This one's finished, we think. That's 3. That's 3 finished. So one of them is wrong. Oh, and this guy's finished. That's 4. I have 4 finished. Which means at least one of them is wrong. But what I should probably do is just leave them like that as educated guesses and keep going. Because then if I find the one that's right, it'll knock out like 2 of them and I'll know that those 2 are good. Right? Yeah? I think so. And what we were doing, we left off was this dude, right? And I think I decided that he is actually the gunner. And this guy's the gunner's mate. I think that's accurate. This guy, I'm gonna go ahead and just make the call on this guy because it makes sense. He's dressed. All the mates and the captain all have the hats. The first mate has the tricorn. Second mate, third mate, and fourth mate all have the other thing. I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not gonna clear it. Because I don't know that it's wrong, and I need to. I mean, if I need to make progress, the things that they said make sense. Like we saw that, we know he was a midshipman. We know there's another midshipman named Peter. He tried to pull him back. We don't exactly know what happened with the explosion. Theoretically, the beast had him grabbed, and he was trying to pull him back before the explosion happened. At any rate, I'm pretty comfortable with that. I'm also pretty comfortable saying that this is the fourth mate. Perfect. Fucking squids. That's right. See, there we go. See, we got one. Who did we lock in? John Davies, a fourth mate. Okay, we got that. That's good. We got Milroy. So that was a good one. See? Nailed it. And him. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Now, I'm also pretty sure I know who the fourth mate's steward is, because the stewards all dress the same, and they all seem to be standing, or he's standing right next to the fourth mate. So I'm pretty comfortable making that call. I'm going to make that call now. This guy right here. Not an unknown steward. He's the fourth mate's steward. David James. David James. Cool. I want to do one thing first. Yeah, something like that. I want to go up in the rigging real quick. I'm look at the top men and see if I can't narrow down some of these guys, because there's not that many of them. Of note, we know he was the Persian one. We know there's a Russian topman. And we know and that's got to be this guy, right? I picked the wrong one. That's why that's wrong, because I picked the wrong Russian on the thing. Because when I locked in the... Can you backseat a bit? Let me... How about when you get back home? Give me that long. When you get back home. That sounds fair to you. Okay, so this is the Russian. He's not this guy. See, I had locked the Russian in playing cards, but I didn't actually go back and play the cards. So this is my mistake, and I kind of wondered about that, but then I got sidetracked. So we're going to say that he is this guy. Now, if I assume that all these people up here are top men, so far they are, that means this guy's a top man. We know what happened. If we could figure this guy out, that would be ideal, because we know what happened to him. What top men do we have left? Scottish? He's not Chinese. New Guinean? Or England? Like, I don't know. It's got to be the tattoos, but I have no idea. Those could be Celtic tattoos. Maybe. He could be Scottish, or he could be New Guinean. He's got to be one of those two, I think. The tattoos are significant. That's not an English thing. That's not he's not a Chinese person. Where's the English? Who's this guy? That's that guy. Who's the guy that got zapped? Let's see if we can figure at least the non-Chinese. Okay, he's one of the Chinese top men. So we got 1, 2, 3. Well, we got 3 Chinese topmen. But there's actually 4 of them, right? Yeah, there's 4 of them. So we're missing one somewhere. And then we got a Scottish one, an English one. I'm going to say that this guy is actually, what was his name? Maba. I'm going to assume that that is New Guinean. This guy, I mean, this guy could be either English or Scottish. I don't really know. I don't rightly know. Who is the Frenchman again? Oh yeah, the bosun's mate. Scottish. I don't know how, like, the Chinese people, these guys, I don't know how we're going to determine the difference. Unless we could find them in their bunks, because they're wearing... This guy's got different shoes. This guy's got black shoes. This guy's got striped stockings and white shoes. This guy's got smoking shoes. He's got black shoes again. That's probably all we're going to get from distinguishing marks for them. See, some of these are going to be hard. Like, I don't know how I'm going to find some of this information. I feel like a good idea would just be to start at the very beginning and again just slowly work my way through. That will allow me to try to catch up all the fates, which I've said that a couple times. I keep getting distracted, but it'll allow me to catch up my fates and kind of tie some more things together, and it will give me another opportunity to just walk through everything, look for additional clues, and things like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to start with loose cargo. We're just going to start at the beginning. It's crushed by falling cargo. Well, we know where this is. It's on the cargo deck, right? All the way down? All the way down. Some of these are going to be a little awkward. Like the calling for sure, we have to review in backwards order, so we can't actually do that in the order that I would prefer to do it in. But, oh well. I mean, we'll get as close as we can, I guess. Not the lazarette. Hang on. That was almost a stealth sneeze there. Like I was the guy that crushed. But first we got this dude. The main reason I want to finish this for sure tonight is that at a certain point, if I can't solve puzzles, I'm just gotta assume that I can't solve them. The game's outsmarted me. Second point, since I'll be gone for a week, I don't want to drop the game for a week and then come back and try to pick it back up. That would be bad, I think. Poor dude, just stuck inside a barrel. Got crustified. So some of these guys we just don't know. Like, we have no idea who this is. Or anything about him. We don't know who this is. Now, I mean, some of these guys are probably seamen, right? Like, where they would be coming from, though, I have no idea. But some of these guys, I mean, they're down below decks. They're working on... they're loading cargo. These guys are all probably seamen. I'm trying to think... Freaking gnats everywhere. I don't know where they would be from is the thing, though. Do we know who this is? Yeah, we do know who this is. Alexei Toporov. So that's the one Russian. Some more dudes up and around here. Some of them that we can see, some of them that we can't. This is... We know that he got killed because this was so-and-so's brother. The one dude says, I was there, I saw it. But I don't know who that would be. I think it was this guy that was said he was there and he saw it. If I recall correctly. We don't care about these guys because we already got them solved. This is an Indian man. Yep, we got that. This should be an Indian man as well, right? Yep. Okay, so we got them. Ooh, who was this guy? Yeah, that was Alexei. So we've actually got most of the stuff solved here. We can't actually get upstairs, which would be handy right about now. So there's really nothing else that we can see down here yet. Not that I can see. I mean, we could try... At one point I noted a guy that was wearing a white scarf, because that seemed to be pretty uncommon. Okay, we're gonna leave. We'll move on. So step 2 is right here. I feel much better like when I start the night. Like my brain's clear. I feel like I can solve the world.
Wait! No!
Yeah, yikes. So I think this is the exact same scene. If I remember correctly. I don't think... I wanted to check just to make sure, but I don't think anything's changed here. It's just a different person. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It becomes a lot harder just because of the medium. Like, the medium is beautiful, but it definitely increases the challenge, in my opinion. Like, especially when you start seeing people far away and everything. Like, if this is just rendered in color and modern graphics and everything, a lot of this would be cleared up immensely. Which, again, is not a problem. I mean, I love the art style. Alright, so we're going to go part 2. I feel like I'm still missing out on possibilities in part 2. Like identifying some of the seamen and the top men and stuff like that. We know all these people, so there's nothing there. We got the monkey in here.
Looks right. If so, we don't have it.
The surgeon's office. We know... We don't know this guy. How many Indian men do we have left? The ship's steward. We have 2 more here.
What are his jobs?
These are the 4 Indian men. They're all sitting together. The ship's steward. Seaman. Well, this is the only guy that's dressed differently. I think those are the only 4 Indian men on the entire ship, if I'm remembering that correctly. This guy's dressed differently, so he's probably the ship's steward if anybody is, but... Because if I assume all of these guys that are wearing the dark clothing are seamen. Do we know? We don't see them here. They're not here. They were not present for this. I'm still pretty sure that this guy is going to end up being the helmsman at the helm. That being said, it's hard to get shots on the top. This guy's unique because he's got red stripes, or he's got, I don't know that they're red, but I know that I've seen, like in movies and stuff like that, sailors that have like the white, almost like long johns that are red horizontal stripes on it. I'm sure that means something. That's probably a nationality thing, but I don't know what it would be. I don't know. I feel like clothing is important. Let's, it is Waldo. He's just missing the glasses and the hair. Topman. These guys are all topmen up here. I assume that this guy's dressed the same, and he would be the Indian. Oh, wait, there's 2 Indian seamen, though. Oh, crap. 52 and 53. Okay, well, they're both here, right? Fair enough. I don't know which one's which. So we can keep an eye out for the hat at some point. We don't care about the Formosans. There's nothing exciting there. We can't get above deck. I don't remember if I looked in here at all. There's nothing. There's just not much. There's just not much going on here. I can't remember. Were we able to go and look in the purser's office? Because the purser's office is right across, right? Is he in here? Do we guess him correctly? The purser's office is empty at the moment. Nothing in there. I feel like there's not much here, but the next one's actually where we could potentially get a lot of info. So these would be probably the 2 Indian seamen then, right? Because there's originally 4 Indian seamen. Yeah, 4 of them. So those are probably the other 2 sitting together. And who's the other Indian guy? The ship's steward, Zungi Sathi. Who don't we have named here? Midshipman, surgeon, purser. I'm fine with that. That's got to be this guy then. He's a steward. Is that the only steward left? He's dressed like a steward. He's the only steward left. Because we got some of this. That could be him too, though. Okay, cool. We're going to move on. The next one. Trying to approach this differently and just start making logical guesses here. Worry about yourself.
Saya duduk. Aku terpilih.
Okay, so these are going to be the same two Indian men, right? Okay. And they are 52 and 53. So one of them is in bunk X. So we should be able to see either 52 or 53. 53, perfect. Which means this guy's X is 52. X is 52. Uh-huh. Look, see? I'm catching wise. Catching wise. Which means this guy is 53. Nice. Very, very nice. Died from illness. Who is 58? I'm gonna have to keep a track of some of these. 58. Patrick O'Hagan. I'm gonna make some notes. O'Hagan equals black shoes. We know we see him in the boat at one point. Do we see anything else that ties to Mr. O'Hagan? I don't see anything. But he's apparently got black shoes. Whereas these guys all could be technically barefoot, but if I zoom in on this, it looks like you can see like where he would have laces. 56 and 55. And 55. It's Hamadou Diam, Sierra Leone. I have no idea what somebody from Sierra Leone would look like. It's the only person of that country. I have no idea what their language sounds like. I know nothing about that. That's probably supposed to be important. But I just don't know how to interpret that. I really don't. Of note, do we see his legs? We don't see his legs. Not very well, anyway. Who's 59? George Shirley. George Shirley equals black boots and white pants. And I don't think there was anything else that we could see of him, right? Who's 38? That's one of the top men. 38. H. Lee has black shoes and white pants. So does this guy, though. Shit. 40. That's another one of them, isn't it? The Chinese top men. This might actually not be anything. I can't really tell. 41 at this time is empty. Or no, it's not. There's somebody in 41. 41 is the same, right? But I can't see anything on him. Because that looks, that could just very well be Shadow. Who's 36? Okay, we know who 36 is. Was there anything here to indicate who this is? Like, do we see his hat or anything? Nothing. Okay. And these are too far away. We can't see anything here. 37. Tim. Oh, okay. So 37. This is a topman. So that will help. Because the one guy we were talking about, the guy that was on the sale was either an Englishman or a Scotsman, and we couldn't tell which one. But he almost certainly did not have a tattoo on his arm. Which would mean he's actually Nicholas Botterill. No, wait, this one's finished. No, okay, Lewis Walker. Okay, we've got these dudes, which I feel like we've got these guys now, right? Drowned Beast. Alexei Toporov. Leonid Volkov. Are there any more? Would the three Rush? Are there any more Russians? Alarkus Nikishin. Make the assumption that the three Russians are playing together. Maybe. That's a stretch for sure. But the other ones are. No, Smash. I'll be starting 8 on the 26th. After today, I'll be on vacation for a week. So I won't be streaming again. Which is why I'm playing this to try to bridge the gap. Because I don't want to start at 8 and then stop it right before I'm off for a week. So this will be the last day that I play this. And if I finish it fast enough, I'll probably mess around playing something else for a little while. But yeah, 8 will start on the 26th. That's Sunday. At the normal time. Sorry, man. I know it's a ways out. Alexander Booth. I don't know anything about Booth. 58 is Patrick O'Hagan. Oh, that's right. He had the black shoes. We can't get upstairs here, so I think that's all we can figure out here. This feels gutsy. I would presume that they're speaking Russian. The three Russians are probably playing together, because I think that was it, right? How many Russians do we have? 1, 2, 3. Seems a safe bet that the three Russians will be playing together. I'm going to go ahead and assume that he's the third Russian member. Okay, cool. Bitter Cold. Where was part 3? On the Orlop deck. Large cow slotted for its meat. Okay, so we can't get to that one from here.